Titanic sets sail this week at the box office, this time in 3D. Erik, Childress, Vice President of the Chicago Film Critics Association, is here for Movies and Money. And Erik, the film opened up on Wednesday. What do you anticipate overall from audiences?
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how people react to this. You know, here we have another movie being re-released in 3D. One of the biggest blockbusters of all time. Open on Wednesday, so I think over the weekend the numbers might be a little bit less. It might be slightly played out by the weekend, but I think by Sunday it's probably going to have around 40-45 million in the bank.
Will there be a surcharge for those 3D glasses to see
bucks,
Titanic?
as always.
And what happens when Titanic goes up against The Hunger Games, which has been a blockbuster hit?
It's going to be a logjam at the box office this weekend. You got not just Titanic 3D and The Hunger Games, but also American Reunion. So you possibly might have three movies that might be grossing over $25 million over the weekend. If Hunger Games has a nice hold, it's very possible that it might hold on to win the weekend for a third straight.
And here's what happened at the box office last weekend. The Hunger Games coming in at $58 million.
Terrific.
Right around where you thought it would come, actually.
Yeah, just about the drop we figured.
Wrath of the Titans, which you did not love,
No.
made big money. $33 million.
Kind of disappointing though for the studio. I mean, the original opened over $60 million, and right now it's off the pace about 50% from where the original is. So this one might not even make $100 million, which would be a big disappointment for Warner Brothers.
Mirror Mirror at $18 million, 21 Jump Street at $14 million. My coworker Chuck, who's on the show, liked the movie a lot.
A lot of people do. I'm not crazy about it. It's not terrible, but if people are going to see it, it's probably going to end up with around $120 million.
It's getting buzz on Facebook, according to our director. And Dr. Seuss the Lorax hanging on to the top 5 at $7 million. Not too shabby.
Just short of $200 million.
There's also some news coming out from Paramount. They're sealing a deal and allowing people to watch some of their movies, including Hugo, on YouTube. What do you think about this big move for YouTube?
Well, all of these, there are a lot of, all the studios are trying to find new ways to deliver their movies to people. On demand is becoming increasingly popular. Netflix took a hit last year when they sort of raised their prices. So, I'm not a big fan of people watching movies on computers, actually. But YouTube is hooked up, with DVD players and, DVRs and TiVo and whatnot, so they can be able to, send those movies to their television and watch it. So I think, it's going to be an interesting take to see where YouTube goes with this.
And the last time you were on the show, you also mentioned that you believe we're on track for a record-breaking year at the box office.
Yes.
Are we still headed in that direction?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the pace right now, the way the movies are going, we're still under because a lot of the totals have not been finalized, obviously. But we're probably right now about 50 million above the pace for a record-setting year at the box office.
Incredible. That's Erik Childress, Vice President of the Chicago Film Critics Association. Have a good weekend. We'll see you next week.
All right.